Merhaba Cem.
Merhaba.
Bölümün ve ilgi alanların ne?
I'm a second year Masters of International Public Affairs candidate at the La Follette School of Public Affairs here at UW-Madison. And my interests are diplomacy, foreign policy, and conflict resolution.
Ne zamandan beri Türkçe alıyorsun? Bu dönem hangi seviyeye kayıtlısın?
I've been taking Turkish all 4 semesters at UW, so I'm in 4th semester Turkish.
Türkçe dersi almadan önce biraz Türkçe biliyor muydun?
When I arrived at my first class, I knew the word evet, meaning yes, and a few other random words that I'd picked up, but I really had no real exposure before starting.
Madison'da Türkçe dersleri olduğunu nereden öğrendin?
I'd been interested in taking Turkish for a while, so when I was considering various master's programs, I asked about taking Turkish. Was it a possibility, and how easy would it be? And one of my main reasons for choosing La Follette and UW-Madison was that it was they made it very easy to integrate Turkish into my master's experience.
Mezun olduktan sonra öğrendiğin Türkçeyle ne yapmayı planlıyorsun?
Since Turkish is a critical language for the U.S. government, I'm hoping it will be really useful to me in my career. Recent events in Turkey make cultural understanding really important, and language learning is a huge part of that. I knew some before starting and have really learned through the course of my Turkish classes how Turkey's location kind of is the crossroads of several different regions and cultures has made it really important in terms of history and politics, geopolitics, and also that mixing has enriched Turkish culture in a really interesting way. So I've gotten a lot out of it that way. Also, my other language is German, and there are a lot of Turkish people living in Germany. So the synergy between these two and the cultural exchanges is something that I think is going to be really helpful and really interesting.
Diğer dillerinle karşılaştırdığında Türkçenin en çok neyi ilgini çekiyor?
In some ways it's really different than the other languages that I've learned. It lacks articles, the word order is very different, and the structure of the language tends to be very economical. You can combine whole phrases into one word by adding different endings that indicate things like possession, to and from, that sort of thing. So that has been a challenge in some ways. But in other ways, in terms of how you say what you're actually trying to say, I've found that it's really similar and fits logically with how I would like to express it. So that combination of being both familiar and very much unfamiliar has been really interesting and really engaging.
Madison'daki Türkçe derslerinin en çok neyini seviyorsun?
I'm really grateful for how these classes have been tailored to the interests of the students, of myself and the other students. We've had some really great discussions that have gone way beyond simple vocabulary and grammar lessons. Those are, of course, essential to language learning, but I feel like we've been able to integrate them into discussions about our other various areas of interest in a really interesting way, which has been, it's encouraged me to keep going and to be more engaged with the class. And with other languages that I've learned, or the other language I've learned, German, it's only been later when we reached a much higher level and therefore spent a lot longer taking the class that we could get to that kind of topic. So I'm really glad that we've been able to get to it when we have, and I think we've had some great discussions.
Türkçeyi ABD'de yabancı dil olarak öğrendiğini düşünürsek ders dışında Türkçeni geliştirmek için fırsat buluyor musun?
Yeah, I know of a lot of opportunities, whether attending language film screenings on campus or reading Turkish news online. Unfortunately, I haven't really taken advantage of any other opportunities than our Turkish language tables here on campus. But I have gotten a lot out of the Turkish language tables, so they've been really helpful to me in learning, and suggest that if I'd found the time to spend more on the other activities, that also would have been great.
En sevdiğin Türkçe kelime veya ifade hangisi?
Zeytinyağı gibi üste çıkmak. It means something like olive oil, you always rise to the top. For me, when I heard it, I immediately knew what it was trying to convey about a person who, I'm sure we all know these people, after an argument, they manage to present themselves as the one that rises above the rest of us are unreasonable, but they were entirely reasonable and are entirely reasonable, and it's the rest of our faults for not being up at their level, even if in fact they'd been down in the trenches battling with us. Another of my favorite words, I just really like saying it, pronouncing it, is memnuniyetle, which is a way to enthusiastically accept an invitation. Tamam?
Tamam.